All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So keeping with the theme, I really want to do viewer requests to start off the year. I am so grateful for all of you, all right? And, this is a sector I've never covered before, but it makes a lot of sense why it's being requested, all right? I have said the viewer requests are getting so much better since day one, and I mean, this is another real good example, all right? There is real high expectations that Powell is going to do multiple rate cuts, let alone a single one, right? And, I'm not expecting him to move mountains, right? Like, I don't think we're getting back into the 5% world, let alone 4 or 3 that we saw only a couple of years ago, right? But hey, if we can skim down a little closer to 7 or even get back into the 6% world, it actually would make a significant difference. You know what I mean? So because of that, yeah, we're going to be looking at real estate stocks here. XLRE is the first one, VICI is the second one, and O is the third one. And really, all of them have a real common theme. Not a big percent necessarily, but a really big and important candle to start the year off. So liking all three, and again, like I said, I think the Powell rate talk has a lot to do with it. But before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, hey, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly, there we go, to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. Like I said, I've never covered these, so I will probably draw some horizontal support and resistance lines. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do helps me so much with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here and giving me your time is super appreciated, all right? So, and then real quick, sorry, if you haven't already, check out the Discord groups. There are links in the YouTube comments, okay? So let's check it out. And what do I always do when I look at a new stock? I like to zoom out, okay? And oh, interesting. I have a line here. You know what? I think I drew this for someone in the Discord, if I'm not mistaken. This is where it came from, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But yeah, this isn't one that I know too well, but hey, obviously that line's right there. But the one real thing I wanted to look at, and it makes a lot of sense to me, look, 2023 was a real bad year. Okay, it doesn't look like I mean, it does look like a lot. That's a pretty steep down, right? But when you go from 40 to basically 30, that is a very fast 25% drop, right? And no one wants to see that happen. And to me, I think a lot of it had to do with the rates, right? Like, I mean, housing since the boom, right? Since the hockey stick that a lot of us did see in 2019, 2021, it's really reflective of what's been going on with the rate increases are a killer for real estate. There's a real, like, the memes going around with 2 identical homes, each cost $1 million, obviously each because it's the same identical home, right? 3% loan versus 5% versus 6% versus 7%. A single percent makes a $1,000 difference in payments, right? So it's important if you're a regular person buying a property. It's important if you are a developer buying property. Like, real estate is very much affected by rates. And look, the last time Powell spoke, he really made it seem like we're going to be okay. Rates are going to like change and this and that. And really, the entire year loss almost got wiped out. We basically gained that 30 to 40 range like that. And that's the power of what Powell can do. And look, I'm going to just obviously talk about the rest later, right? But VICI, boom, exact same thing. Again, not a big percent, but really big, really important candle, right? Oh, again, boom, the exact same thing. And again, really big, really important candle, right? So, I might even just do one single chapter and kind of lump these because it really is the same comments across them, right? But this is very much dependent on what Powell's going to do with the rates. And to me, expectation that we might drop multiple times probably will be better than the actual moments when they drop. Maybe the first one will be really good because, again, the first one hopefully does happen. Maybe there's still lingering thoughts that a second one will happen. I think after the second one, it's going to be way, way, way more dependent about, is there a third rate behind that? Okay, because again, as I'm not pretending to know a lot about politics or the economy or like this and that, right? Like, believe me when I say that. But yeah, it seems like there's probably going to be 2 rate cuts, maybe 1. I think 2 is likely. I think beyond 2 is where it's going to start to get a little questionable, right? But the anticipation of that is what I really think I see here. Now, look, what I like is this one has actually gotten break all 5 and fly is a really, really common theme you're going to hear on my videos, all right? If you can get over all 5 moving averages, you fly. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much what this did. And one of the other things I talk about is good spacing between the lines. This thing was able to battle the 50, battle the 100 real quick. I'm surprised that 200 battle was as easy as it was, but nonetheless, you know what I mean? I think, like I said, the rate discussion, right? But this has already done the job. When you look at the next one, VICI, this one seems like it's ready to copy it, because it gets over it but couldn't quite confirm. And really, we're now starting to see those good back-to-back-to-back days. This Friday, I've been saying it across a few videos, this was the last taxable day. You know what I mean? So a lot of selling was happening. I'm surprised we had as good a day because we almost lost this entire candle. I'm glad we didn't, but man, Friday ate a lot of that candle. I'm a little surprised it did what it did, but I'm going to give the credit to the 8 moving average, really. But yeah, this looks like it wants to mimic. This looks like it wants to break all 5 and fly. This thing needs a little confirmation on Tuesday, and look, this thing hasn't even crushed volume yet. If we can start getting over this white line a little better, oh man, real good things will happen. Now, let me just go back to XLRE. Oops, an extra. Same comment. We're not even getting over the 50 yet. Man, during most of this run, we never got over the 50-day average yet. So little bit sprinkle more volume and good things will happen. And then look, oh, this one's kind of the freshest of the 3, right? This one's barely getting ready to take off. This one saw that same 3-day stretch that we saw with VICI. I like what today did. Again, not the biggest of percents, but that's a big candle. That makes me think there's going to be more. Again, the theme here just is give me a little bit better volume. And again, I think as we get closer to Powell speaking, I think as we get a little closer to what interest rates will become, hey, imagine if the first drop is bigger. I'm expecting a small drop. I will be honest with you. Again, I am not the person to like take any sort of advice with like economy and things like that, right? But yeah, I'm expecting a 0.25, 25 basis points, whatever you want to call it, a little reduction, but enough of a reduction to make people feel comfortable. And again, hopefully hints that another one will come behind it, right? So a little bit quicker of a video than I normally do, but I think I like this one. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you want me to add a little more context. Otherwise, hey, I appreciate your time so much.